Uh, Good morning. Yeah, I just got off the phone with the Ventura County Courthouse. Just left a message with my lawyer. And I gotta, myself download this form, request to postpone trial, what have you, so I can move it up again. I am just lost for words here at how she keeps getting these postponements. It's a perjury case, and she's committing perjury on the request to postpone the trial, and it gets granted. Yes, I'm at the website, the Ventura County website, downloading all the forms I'm going to need to fill out. And I found the one form, the vexatious litigant one, where I guess hopefully my lawyer can help me with this one. Really, I am just hoping that 2019 I am done with this argument with my next door neighbor and being drugged through the courthouse because of my next door neighbor. It's a new year. I want to start with a clean slate. Okay, so I filled out the vexatious litigant form, and now I'm filling out my request to move up that trial, because really, truly, I don't want to wait 6 more weeks to have to go to court. And so I put on the reasoning, or the date that I'd like to change it to, on 1/17/2019, due to the fact that defendant is already scheduled to be in room 43. And so, maybe I can get in there on that date, but if nothing else, they're going to see that, yeah, she didn't postpone that date. And then I'm also going to write down and then maybe go with January 28th, so it's done by the end of this month. I don't know yet if it'll work, but it's worth a try. Okay, back from Office Depot, back from the post office. Yes, I managed to get 6 copies of everything, of all the forms I needed to send to the courthouse, and remember to put that check in with those forms too for the courthouse. So I'm guessing my next door neighbor will get that notification about these forms the day on Monday when we were supposed to be in court. Don't that look good? Yes, I made myself a nice big cup of hot chocolate. Well, yeah, it was a long day, but I think I did all the right things. I got all the paperwork done and mailed off to everybody. Don't know if the judge is going to approve it, but I am hoping. I'm always hopeful that he'll move my court date up. Just because, I'm not available on February the 11th. I got to work, and I'm already missing a day of work because she postponed the trial after I already said I was taking that day off at work. So, yeah, I put in a few options, a few choices for that judge to choose, whether that be the 17th of January, which I pointed out was a day that Miss Crosnoe is already in the courtroom, already in room 43, because she did not postpone that date. And I also put in for the 18th, the day after, or the 28th. So I'm hoping with that many choices, we'll find a way to move my case up. Hopefully, by a couple of weeks. But, I had to make a copy for my neighbor of what I wrote to the judge, because of the fact that I'm required by law, of course, to show any communication, I guess, that I've had to the courthouse, in this whole year, where I've had to prove what my neighbor has done to me and disprove what I didn't do to her. I have handed over all kinds of copies, all kinds of papers, and she has never had to hand over any paper to me ever. But, if nothing else, it's going to be revealed that I did my part. I tried to, show what's happening with my neighbor next door. I don't know if it'll be helpful. I don't know if the judge will approve, but I'm definitely going to have some hot chocolate because I've earned it. Yeah, hot chocolate. Tastes great. You know, it occurred to me, of course, that when my neighbor does open up and see that once again I'm trying to move up that court date that she decided she wanted, because, you know, she postponed it when the trial first began, too. And I moved it up, and fortunately, the judge agreed and let me move it up to October 1st. Anyway, when she reads my reason and the court dates that I'm going for, she's going to see that I'm aware that she's already scheduled to be at the courthouse on the 17th, and she did not postpone that date. She's going to see I know. So, you know, if nothing else, even if the judge doesn't give me that date because he doesn't, I'm guessing, want her to have two fights in one day. I don't know how that works, you know. I don't think they allow that, but I put that date there just in case. But it'll let her know that, yes, I do know that she did not postpone the court date with her son, the one who owes her money. And I'm definitely going to be standing on that front lawn on Monday to see if she comes home with a cast on her shoulders. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe she will have that surgery. Time will tell. I will definitely know in a couple of days here whether or not she had that surgery. I mean, she states that her surgeon was only available on my court date. So, and when she comes home from that surgery, she should be wearing a cast. And she will definitely be getting notification from me, because I mailed it out today, of my intent to move up that court date. And one of the dates I'm picking is the date she's already scheduled to be at that courthouse. Now, like I said, I seriously doubt she'll get that surgery. But if she does, well, I hope she's in a lot of pain. I do. I hope she's in a lot of pain if she gets that surgery, because she has just been a pain in my butt this entire, the whole 2018. And now she's dragging me into, 2019, still having to deal with her, think about her, wonder how to deal with the courtroom. And I've done absolutely nothing to the woman ever. That's the part that I guess really gets me. I've done absolutely nothing to her to warrant her destroying my fence, to warrant her lying in order to get a restraining order, to warrant her, just causing me all this grief for the last year. She really is like a bad relationship that, just won't take the hint to go away. But anyway, okay, so, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she will get that surgery. I'll know for sure in a couple of days here, but if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to admit it, and I'll probably see the cast, right? I should see the cast if she had the surgery. But no matter what, yeah. I'm hoping I get in that courtroom a little sooner than February the 11th. Long day today. It is Friday, and the 4th. And, I was supposed to be going to court on Monday, but that's not going to be happening since my neighbor's having surgery. Maybe she's having surgery, right? I don't know, because I spent the whole day today mowing the lawn and weed whacking and vacuuming and stuff like that, and definitely using my shoulders. But, maybe she's having shoulder pain because of arthritis, but, you know, double bilateral. I don't know. I mean, when I had complete bilateral hip replacement, it's because I was wrestling and dancing. You know, I was definitely using my parts. This, you know, person, you know, she hasn't even had a job in over 20 years, so I'm not sure exactly, you know, how hard she's working. She definitely hasn't done any yard work or anything like that, so yeah. But I'm not going to dispute it. Maybe she needs bilateral shoulder cup replacement just because arthritis, whatever. But here, look, see? Yes, I'm at the computer. I do spend a bit of time at the computer at the end of the day just because I enjoy reading and seeing things. But it says right here, manager, the cost, for example, where it says who should consider orthopedic rotator cuff repair. Who is a good candidate and who's not a good candidate, more importantly. And it says right here, the patient must be sufficiently healthy to undergo that procedure. And that's what I said. The patient needs to be healthy, you know, because before it's an elective surgery, and before you have that type of a surgery, any type of surgery, really, they test your vitals and everything else, make sure you don't have anything wrong with you that could cause a problem during that surgery, you know. And she did take off in an ambulance a couple of nights ago, so I don't know. I got a feeling the surgery ain't going to happen, but I could be wrong. Yes, before the surgery is even allowed, the patient needs to be in optimal health. There it is. Be in optimal health. And there it is. Pain and pain management. What you get after you have your surgery. Immediately following the surgery, the patient is given morphine and Demerol. I'm guessing she's doing the surgery just to get the morphine and the Demerol, but, you know, I could be wrong. And then after that, she's sent home, high as a kite. But she'll be given, I guess, some pills. Hydrocodone. Hydrocodone, yeah. For as long as she needs them. I do recall when I had that hip replacement, yeah, they gave me, I think it was called Demerol. I couldn't take it. It was just, I just was heaving everywhere. I'm like, nope, just, I'll stay in pain. I couldn't handle the medication. It made me very nauseous. There you go. Having a rotator cuff tear does not mean that you need to have surgery. It is strictly an elective surgery. Now, when I had my hip replacement, it wasn't elective. I had to have it. They deboned me like a chicken. So basically, this is how my neighbor should be coming home from that surgery, with a double arm sling. Maybe it'll look something like that. Either way, if she has that surgery, she's definitely going to be having some type of sling. Good morning. It's Saturday. It's January 5th, and it's now been 2 days since I mailed the official notice to the courthouse that I am requesting to move that court date from February the 11th, 2019, that my neighbor postponed it to, up. I want to move it up to later this month if possible, preferably on the 17th, when my neighbor is already scheduled to be in a courtroom against your son. And since she did not postpone it, you know, I wrote that in there, that it was not postponed. So maybe we could do it on that date. But the mailman, he waved. He's handing her the grandson. And, of course, the roommate that no longer lives there, he's going to have to stamp that envelope, no longer at this address. So I have that to show to the judge. Yeah, she's going to find out in a few minutes, maybe right now. She's reading it, and she's aware of the fact that I'm aware that she did not postpone the court date with her son, and she's available to come into a courthouse sooner, apparently. You know, one of the reasons I mailed all 3 defendants a notice about my intent to move up that trial date that it was postponed to is, 1, I'm required to mail that, but also 2, so that if my neighbor, Miss Crosnoe, signs that envelope no longer at this address regarding defendant number 3, I do have that proof for the judge that she committed perjury in order to postpone the perjury trial. If she doesn't, you know, sign that no longer at this address on the envelope and just keeps the envelope, then I don't have proof. But at this point in time, I'm guessing she's going to sign no longer at this address, and it'll show up back here. The night is starting to come to an end, kind of. I got pie in the oven, but you know, it occurred to me, if my neighbor does come home on Monday in a double sling, it's going to be all I can do not to run out there or run over to her and just pat her on the back. Congratulations on your new surgery.